Hi, I'm Jane. I'm a social worker and a yoga facilitator, and this morning I'm inspired to talk to you about mental health symptoms, specifically in the category of the anxiety world and the depression world as two pretty typical, if not universal, on a spectrum of experiences. So welcome to this present moment. Let us take a breath together. We'll breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and out for 6. That's Bodhisattva, my kitty cat. So breathing in for 4, hold for 2, and out through pursed lips for 6. Welcome to this present moment. And yes, she's ruining my couch. So the first thing I wanted to share with you, and I do these little teachings when I'm inspired, which is why they are not on any regular basis. I know that could be problematic for you, but I haven't figured out a way around that, to help normalize mental health. So guys, I don't know any human being on this planet that doesn't experience some degree of symptoms on the spectrum of anxiety and depression. So less mental health words. Anxieties, we're angsty. Depression is we feel heavy and slow. We've become a society where we pathologize normal experiences. So let's normalize this. We all have symptoms, and sometimes they sweep us away, and we want to do better in the way we relate to them. And that's why people end up in counseling or taking medication. So in normalizing it, I want to say that symptoms can come from our biology, our chemistry, our genetics, our intergenerational epigenetics. It could come from childhood trauma. It could come from what's happening in the present moment. All of that together make a big stew of why we have symptoms at any given moment. So again, normalizing this experience and understanding the root or the etiology, that it's complicated. And we can't press a button to make it better. So no matter what your root is of your symptoms, the invitation is to increase our agency or increase our capacity to manage our relationship to those symptoms. Oh, this is anxiety. What do I need to do with my breath and my grounding in this present moment to get through this? Because remember, the only way to the other side is through. Avoidance, anxiety builds, or as we say, what we resist persists. So getting through our anxiety. In terms of symptom management, every intervention that I have ever learned has been about increasing our capacity to manage our symptoms. It isn't about making things go away. They go away through how we manage them. Does that make sense? So self-care is out the door where we start. How are we sleeping? Are we nourishing ourselves? Are we moving our bodies? Are we connecting? Are we doing all those things that I write about in Unit 1 in Choreograph Your Wellness, an ebook? You might be self-evaluating now. What do I need to do to increase my basic wellness? And then let's just pretend that we're all right where we need to be for our basic wellness. And that is a journey, my friends. We have tough night sleeps and then we recover. We find ourselves emotional eating and we self-evaluate and say, let me get back to a more natural, a natural way of eating where I actually honor hunger. So I'm feeling like I'm a little all over the place. So I'm going to bring it back to mental health symptoms. It's always about building our agency of how we relate to these symptoms. What are you here to teach me? What can I learn from you? So you might say, can you give us something, Jane? And so one of the things I want to offer today is square breathing. And square breathing is indicated for actually my friends who struggle with panic. But anybody can use square breathing as a change from symptoms that overwhelm to symptoms, hello, I can manage you. Wow, that's therapy. Symptoms that overwhelm to symptoms that I can manage myself with you. So square breathing is, I'll use my finger to show you. Let's use to the count of 3. Breathing through the nose for 3. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. Hold for 3. Inhale for 3. Hold for 3. Exhale for 3. Hold for 3. Square breathing. I'm going to do it without counting because that wasn't so easy. And come back to more natural breathing. There is something about using the breath to regulate the nervous system that is our key to increasing ease with our symptoms. The other thing I wanted to address is one of the ways we manage our mental health symptoms is to trust that we can. And that comes from within. Mind, body. So the mental health mantra might be, I can do this. I've got this. You can't scare me, anxiety. I've got this. I can get through this. This heaviness will pass. I've got this. This is hard and I can do it. This is hard and I can do it. Mind to body, messages to the body, and the body with deep within are my answers. And I haven't had that experience perhaps, but I begin to trust that deep within is a sacred place that exists within all of us, that is loving and enough and well. Deep within, so my dog is whining at the door. So as I offer you this teaching, I have a decision to make. So I'm going to open the door, they're both there, let them out and come back to you in 1 second. Go, 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 go. So what we do in the present moment with life interference is breathe. So I'm using the voice on the exhale to regulate my nervous system, release any tension, and come back to that deep place within that exists below any traumas, below any introjects or messages from others that gave us feedback that was unkind and untrue, that we took on as our own. Deep within that place of self-love. Deep within that place of self-love that we can plant the seeds of now. So if your deep within feels arid, dry, not nourished, we begin to nourish not just from basic wellness tips that serve us, but a relationship to self deep within that is, I've got you. Every time I say to me, I've got you, I begin to nourish that sacred space, that sacred place within that is helping me navigate mental health symptoms. Mind-body relationship. So how can we close today? So I'm raising my arms up to the sky as a way of lifting spirit, lifting energy. I'm bringing them down nice and slowly with intention. And I'm bringing them to my heart. I'm raising my elbows. I'm pushing my hands together to feel grounded. I'm asking my body, what do you need? So I'll tell you what's coming up for me, and I invite you to do the same. I'm creating heat in my hands, and I'm putting it on my body where I need it. So it might be shoulders, neck, low back, heart, belly. Compassionate hands. And I'm gonna create heat again, and I'm gonna bring it to my solar plexus. And I'm imagining that sacred space within here. And I'm honoring that sacred space in here toward navigating symptoms with increasing wisdom, increasing agency, square breathing, positive self-talk, relating to emotions with, here you are again. You are so normal. You are a long story, and here and now, okay. Hands together in prayer at the sternum, raised elbows. The light in me honors the light in you. Let's keep showing up for ourselves. And as we show up for ourselves, we light up the world. Namaste.